Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for taking your time to be here today. Whether you are physically here or if you are joining us virtually now, connecting us online, welcome to today's Coffee Time Sessions, which is an engaging discussion sharing with the TOYP finalists who are behind me now. I am Vicky, and I'm very honored to be your MC today. This is my very first time to be an MC, so please bear with me if I stumble over my words. So before I go any further, I would like to invite all JCI members to stand up and read the JCI Creed together with me. At the core of JCI, we believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men, that Earth's great treasure lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life. In JCI, thanks everyone, you can sit down now. And JCI missions is to provide leadership, development opportunities for young people with positive change. JCI visions is to be the foremost global young leaders. Thanks all members, you can sit down now. And now I would like to take a special moment to recognize our distinguished guests today. I would like to take the moment to recognize our President, Liu Kai-yi, and also our National Vice President, Melvin Chan. Welcome everyone, welcome all the JCI guests and also the all the guests today. Today, we are very honored that at JCI Entrepreneur, we are hosting these sessions at beautiful Arcadia today. It is an event that is conducted hybrid mode, both online and offline. So if you are streaming online today, we are actually having the cross-posting, not only in JCI Entrepreneur, but we are also having this in JCI Bayan and also JCI E-Metro. And also, we would like to give a very big thanks to all our supporting partners, who is Beautiful, the media, and also the champion group. So now I would like to invite our organizing chairman today, Tan Sin Wei, to give speech.
Okay, thank you everybody for this opportunity to host these events because it is quite in a short notice, but I hope that we can make an impact for Malaysia so that our TOYP candidates here will win TOYP this year so that we can make Malaysia proud again. So I don't want to have a long speech. Hope everybody have a good time today and enjoy the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sin Wei. Now I would like to invite our president of JCI Entrepreneur, Liu Kai-yi, to give a speech.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm YK from JCI Entrepreneur, this year 2023 local president. So I have a chance to give a speech regarding our TOYP coffee sharing session, and then thanks for the TOYP to given the JCI Entrepreneur a chance to host them for this coffee session. So I hope you all can enjoy on this session, and then you can learn as much as possible from them. Okay, thank you for the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Kai, for the speech. So now I think before we start the engaging discussions with the TOYP finalists, let me give a very quick introduction of what is TOYP. 10 Outstanding Young Persons. This is a most prestigious award presented by JCI since 1983. So how does it work? All the candidates will be nominated across 10 categories, such as business, personal improvements, scientific technological developments, medical innovations, and many more. And all of these candidates, they are going to compete internationally against 122 countries. So we are very proud to share with you that today, we are hosting 4 of our guests, where all of them are the top 20 finalists for this year, 2023 TOYP. So please join me to welcome all of them now. So I would like to introduce Dr. Khaw today with us. And we also have Ainsley Tiu Lee Sin, Kedas Heng, and also Dr. Kwan. So without further ado, I would also like to introduce our moderator who is going to guide us through these engaging discussions, Melvin Chan. Melvin Chan, he is currently our National Vice President of JCI Malaysia. He has also served as the past local president of JCI Entrepreneur. So let us welcome our moderator today. So before I pass the mic to our moderator, Melvin, please let me just share a moment that I would strongly encourage all of you while engaging in these discussions, please also take your time to participate in the voting process. So how to vote? If you are joining online now, you will be able to see the QR code at the top bottom of the screen. So once you go into the QR code, you will have to take a little bit of time to scroll to the profile of our 4 of the finalists today here and make sure that once you voted, the wording become voted. Right, thank you. So without further ado, let me pass over to Melvin.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you to our very beautiful MC, Vicky. Vicky, this is the essence of JCI. Vicky is actually our first time MC. So if you think she has done a very good job, please give her a round of applause. Thank you. Yeah, that's what JCI is all about, right? So we are always inspiring young leaders, but first have to take action. So this is one of the very few examples that we have in Junior Chamber. So again, thank you very much for making time on such a short notice. But of course, we are always very enthusiastic that we have 10 outstanding young persons, top 20 this year. These are not Malaysia level kind of competition, right? So this is representing the world, representing Malaysia in the world stage. So again, welcome. Of course, with us today, I believe 2 days ago you also had a session online. But I think our audience today who are tuning in also want to see them in real person. So we have quite a number of guests here. Again, welcome to you all for being part of this. So now we get to see them real, authentic self.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm one of the finalists of the top 20 for TOYP this year. I'm very honored to join our session today. I'm coming all the way from Penang to join this event. So thank you very much for JCI Entrepreneur to organize and hold this event. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ainsley. I'm the CEO of Artivo School of Creativity, and I'm also the scholarship ambassador of MACC Scholarship, and I'm also the Global Peace Ambassador and the author for the SDG comic, How to Save the Superhero Through SDGs. Thank you very much for having me today.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Kedas Z. So, very honored to be represent Malaysia as a top 20 in the TOYP in 2023. So, I think this is a very good opportunity to share our commitments to what we are contributing from the past until we want to do what in the future. And so I hope no matter which category, so I hope we all can strike into the top 10s. All right. So yeah, I pass to the friends.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Kwan, all right. And currently I'm the director of some food-related companies, and right now I'm also adjunct associate professors in universities of Cyberjaya. Thanks for having us today. This month actually is a meaningful month because this month will be our Merdeka month. So we hope 4 of us can make Malaysian proud. So hopefully all the best and good luck to all of us. Thank you. Pass back to you, Mary.
Okay, thank you. So we haven't go deep yet. This is just a brief introduction. So I think one of the things I want to understand, right, that to be 10 outstanding young, of course, all of us have to pass through the gate, right, which is the 10 outstanding young Malaysians. So we want to go back before we go to 10 outstanding young persons. Has it occurred to you that you will definitely you will get recognized as one of the top outstanding young Malaysians first? So I mean, I would like to hear more about that experience of yours. Whether you have known this since child, right? So maybe not, I don't know, but I would love to hear from you, lah. Okay.
Yeah, when I was young, I heard about TOYM. I heard about being an excellence behavioral, which we can impact many of the young leaders in our life. So I was really admired to all these TOYM winners over the years. And apparently last year, I had the opportunity to be nominated to the TOYM, and also very fortunate, I was selected as one of the honorary for TOYM for medical innovation as well. So with that, I feel that what I did was recognized. My effort was being recognized by many people, not just through to my company, my people around me, but also the Malaysia level. And I brought that aspirations towards to the world this year by representing Malaysia. And fortunately, I'm also one of the finalists for the top 20 for TOYP. So I feel very proud to be one of these. And it's not just recognized by Malaysian. Now we are recognized by the world for what we have been done and what we did. So this is one of the honor that I want to share with everyone. And it's not an easy journey to be. So I urge everyone to stay strong through where they were and where they will be so that they can success very easy. Thank you.
For me, since young, before 18 years old, right, I was someone that who did not have the chance to study because my father retired when I was like 8 years old. So I come from a very humble background. My father was a teacher from Muar. So we have 7 of us in the family, and that time his retirement fund was like only 580 ringgit. Then we have to like support for our whole family. So at that time, I was like working so hard just to get a chance to study, to get my educations. So until when I was 18 years old, 2004, I flipped the newspaper and I saw Li Xingjie. She won 10 Outstanding Young Malaysian. So at that time, I asked my friend beside me, I say, how can I be so great? How can I be like her when I grow up, right? So my friend just told me that you don't daydream anymore. Just focus on your studies. You don't daydream anymore. You just have to work part-time, then to continue your studies. And at that time, I was very fortunate. I get 2 scholarships, full scholarship from the Star Education Fund and MACC. Even I can go to further my studies in Australia. So along the way, since young, I was like, I never thought of I can be TOYM, but I think how educations changed me, and I really experience the magics and the power of educations happen in my life. which push me and which motivates me, drives me to be a 10 outstanding young Malaysian, which was happened last year. And it was very meaningful for me at that time because my mom, she was admitted at the hospital at that time during the ceremony, and she was able to see, to witness that moment. And within 1 month, I received these honors and recognitions, and she left me, forever. So that's why I'm saying that this TOYM award is really means a lot for me. Yeah, especially to me and my mother and my parents. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. So, actually, when I was in secondary school, I know TOYM already because of those celebrity artists like Zhang Xueyou, Liu Dehua, Andy Lau, and like Malaysia, Michelle Yeoh also, because secondary school he already got the 2002. Okay, so I know already the 10大杰出青年. I read the newspaper, at the times, and then I like this name very much. Then I was thinking maybe one day I can be one of them. And after that, after secondary school, I have to, because my family is not a rich family, so I have to go outside and work, and then to help my family to raise, and also to support my younger brother to go for university as well. So I work very hard in my career, which is a photography industry. So 2006, that's my first year. I focus on my career. So until now, I still in the industry, and I just concentrate on my career, and I didn't think anything about the TOYM anymore after that. Because we have no much time to think about how to get inside, how to become a TOYM. So we just need, I just think about, I have to work very hard. I have to spend more time than others to achieve what I want to achieve in the photo industry. And at the time, I think that I want to be one of the top photographer artists in Malaysia. I want to represent Chinese people from Asia, because I saw a lot of Western people, their art industry is very, very advanced. And at the same time, a lot of people look down on Asian people. So if in the art industry, okay. So this is like, I feel disappointed. So for me, it's like very difficult to think about we can be one of the TOYM, because of I saw the Western people so advanced, so their industry are developed very, very well. So I think I have to prove that we can do it as well. And then after that, only I can go for TOYM. So after that, I used 10 years time to prove that. So Asian people also can achieve something that very, very amazing. Not only in the country, not only in the city, but also to the world as well. So this is what I work very hard, and then also I try to inspire more people to do together with me, because one person is not enough. The power is like very, very small, and I look small as well. My size you can see. So when I stand beside the Westerner people, they are so big and so tall, and oh my God, I always look like a children. My first awards I remember in UK, United States, London. So the organizer, the MC, he thought that I'm just a kid, When I go on the stage, I got 3 first place in 3 different categories at the competitions from Malaysia at the time. So when he announced me my name from Malaysia, he's so proud. But after that, he just described it look like a kid from Malaysia. But for me, it's okay. But I think we bring a good name to the world, bring Malaysia, bring Asia to the world. And I don't care how people look at me. I just want to prove that no matter what, if you believe, you can do it. So this is how my past 17 years already. So until 2019, my one of my mentor, okay, Dato Vira Kelvin Q, nominated me to the TOYM. So yeah, I am very honored to be selected by judges as a top 10. So yeah, I remember it's in Sarawak, Kuching at the time. So that's my most touching award stage ever, because I got more than 400 awards in my art industry. But this is not just about art. It's what you contribute in your whole life under 40, right? So yeah. So, and this is one of the dream I achieved. Yeah. Because when I secondary school, I think that one day I can achieve, right? I think this one still keep in my mind and attract the people, trying to support me to achieve this. Yeah. So yeah, it's like what the 吸引力法则. Yeah, law of attraction. Yeah, maybe I believe. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. When I got the TOYM, a lot of people ask me, Dr. Raymond, are you very good since small? Actually, the answer is no. Okay. I born in a not very rich family, can say poor. I still remember when I was small, actually my living room actually got a drain. When heavy rains, definitely will flooded. In my house will flooded. Yeah, this is my life. Okay. Yeah. Every time when heavy rain, we have to move the other things to the upper levels. So a lot of people ask me, how you study since primary school and secondary school? I cannot say it's very good. Actually, I got a dream when I'm in secondary school. Since Form 4, I still remember. That time I wished to become a doctor. That time when I'm Form 4, that time is SARS outbreak. And also that time got a TVB drama, Hong Kong TV drama, which is a Doctor Without Border, something like that. Zhang Jiahui. Okay, 无国界医生. And this figured me to become a doctor because I thought, wow, become a doctor is very good, can sacrifice for the people. Okay, so I started to have this dream. I also want to become a doctor. So I started to study biology very good because I know biology is related with a doctor. But unfortunately, okay, because in Malaysia, if you want to study medicine or medical doctors, we have, because I'm from a poor country, I'm poor family, all right. Let's say if you want to study medical doctors, we have to be a good result in STPMs. If not, we have to pay to study in overseas. So this to motivate me to study hard, especially in Form 6. This is only one way to study medical course in Malaysia. Okay. Unfortunately, my result is not good. Okay, my result is not good, and I only able to choose other options when I choose for the university course. And I'm thinking, if let's say cannot become a doctor, anything that I can contribute to the world. And I started to think, perhaps food science, perhaps food scientists can develop something to solve the food security or food safety issue. And this is one of the turning point in my life. Thanks to the not good result, if not, today I'm one of the doctor already. Thanks to the not good result, I become a food scientist and continue to contribute in the food science area, which develop some things can improve the nutrition and security issue. And how to know about TOYM? Actually, it's from my brothers. Actually, I know TOYM also like Kitazi from newspaper, but that time, this is not related with my life, too far from me already. 十大节庆 is too far because I'm not really good enough. Even my brother nominate me to join the TOYM. I say, don't play lah. A lot of scientists in Malaysia, good enough already. I don't want, in Chinese we call 打水漂. I say, don't want lah. Still got a lot of good candidates. Why me? My brother say, you just join lah, who knows? Oh. So, okay lah. I try and see how, perhaps just a try, because actually my brother also is a TOYM, TYP as well. So he encouraged me, just join, who knows? Never try, never know. Okay lah. So I just submitted the form at the last minute, and thanks to the judges for selecting me as one of the honorary as well. Yeah, so I really appreciate the chances given by the judges, the recognitions, because this is something meaningful for us, especially we are not from a rich family. We are not from, we don't have a good result, but we can prove that if, let's say, where there is a will, there's a way. This proves that if we are willing to work hard, definitely nothing is impossible. Yeah. So thanks for the recognitions, and this motivates us to work harder. Yeah, because I believe for us, there is always room for improvement. Yeah, there's always room for. Right. Thank you. Pass back to you.
Wow, very inspiring. That's why I think ultimately what every one of us is so human, right? It's nothing make us superhuman, but it's just what we make out of it, right? So interestingly, you mentioned Li Xingjie, you mentioned Michelle Yeoh, and everybody else. You mentioned the TVP, give credit to TVP. So mine was, Kedah was one of them, you know. So I was actually in one of the, just a fun fact, because I was actually in one of the TOYM sharing session. Back then, my TOYM understanding, I'm banana, right? So the Serta Jietu Qingnian, this one I learned very long, you know. Then I first heard about Kedah, and I was very, very inspired, because you're talking about you're representing Malaysia, and I hear your story. So because it was one of the earliest one, 2019. 2019, senior. I was just a newbie in JCI that time, junior chamber. So I was like, oh, okay, TOM. I still remember it was you and then Dato Sri Vincent. It was in a sharing in KL. So I remember very clearly, oh, there you go. I probably can be, or maybe cannot, I don't know. Let's see what we can do, right? First, by contributing to the community in JC. So that's how I also started. By the way, disclaimer, I'm not TOYM, TOYP, but very much inspired by you. And I think one of the way for me to get inspired more is to always be seated here. That's why I requested the organizing chairperson make sure I be the moderator. So I'll be closer to you so that one day I can be. Alright, so I think interestingly is that you are right. I think you brought on something about competing in world stage. Before you even go to world stage, we have to compete with hundreds of applications in Malaysia itself. I think to prove that you are really have made an impact, it's not an easy path. So, and all of you here actually has made it, besides me. So, and then, interestingly, another level where you compete with 100 over countries. Among all the 100 over countries, they also have multiple submissions. And today, who we have here is actually top 20 of the world selection, so to speak, right? The TOYP. So, it doesn't. So, what do you think is the main challenge? Actually, what I want to understand is also, it cannot be very clear path all the way, all right? So, in your life, what I hear just now sharing from the beginning all the way to that, what do you think is the biggest challenge you probably would very, very memorable one that you might want to share with our audience here?
The biggest challenge. So I finished my PhD in Manchester University. That time I was age of 27. So I told myself I know about TOYM since I was young. So I told myself, how can I contribute towards to not just the Malaysians, but also to the world by my knowledge for what I did. So I give myself some time to evaluate myself, to understand about myself, for what my background can contribute back. So I took some time, a little bit of challenge during that moment where I found myself, my weakness, my strength. From there on, I think that it's not easy to break through our weakness. So we need to play around with my strength to to contribute back to the society. So I give myself some time. That was 2 years to prove myself whether or not I am capable in medical industry, where my PhD is mainly on medical material and also engineering for medical engineering. So I use my knowledge. I speak to a lot of doctors. I speak to a lot of manufacturers for medical products as well. And I realized that medical is something giving a very positive impact, not just to many of the patients, but also to build a fundamental health of the countries and to have a healthy nations as well. With that, I know I'm not a doctor. I know I'm not a medical doctor. So the only way that I can contribute back to the society is through making device for doctors, making the tools, making the equipments for the doctors to use. So given that if I'm a doctor, I can save one life at one moment, but if I am the makers behind them, I can distribute my parts to the world. I can save more people at one time. So that was my inspiration at that moment. So after several years of being in this industry, I think that this is not just meaningful, but we also bring doctors into our chair and to talk to the doctors for what they need to make a better instruments and a better device for the patients. So we speak and we make a few innovation device, and some of them we help them to patent it. It was my inspiration through then. Some challenges was how to break through to the current medical system, where the system is established, but we need to have innovative products. So how can we persuade people to use new products, to use the new technology? So doctors are, they are very open-minded. A lot of the doctors are very open-minded, but because a lot of times they're afraid that the new technology might give possibly negative impact to the patients. So people are not really driven to try on new stuff. So there was a time where we have to convey a lot of messages to the doctors. We have to persuade them to be, these are good products and how these products can benefit you and also the patients. Because we have to, when we design the product, we have to ensure that the product is good for the patient as well as the user, which is the doctors as well. So a lot of times we're not just persuading safety, but also efficiency for medical products and medical innovations as well. So from there, the challenges was really a lot of communications are required, a lot of inspiration for doctors to contribute their knowledge to the makers like me to create better products for the patients. So through then, so at the age of 27, I graduated from the university. Then I took about 4 years to get the TOYM. So very honored to be one of the honorary again to be the world stage today. So given that, as I said, thanks for recognizing our effort, because this effort is coming with a lot of challenges behind, a lot of efforts behind that we have never thought before. And that's what I said, because if we stay strong to our faith, we can always break through all these challenges. So today I'm very proud to be one of the finalists of the 20 for representing Malaysia. But along the way, a lot of challenges has been gone through. I believe all of us have the same challenges, including yourself as well. We have to stay strong to it, and hopefully we can break through ourselves. Yeah. Thank you.
Life is always full of challenges, right? But we love challenge because challenges means that we have room for improvement, right? And like what Dr. Raymond said just now, we are not perfect and there are always room for us to improve. So one of the challenge that I have during my career, right, is you can see there are more and more young people. They do not want to be educator because they think that the pay is not good enough. They don't want to deal with children every day. So the challenge is, how can we align all of the young people, encourage them, and we can align their mission together with us, and we can help the children. And this is one of the biggest challenges. And you can see the world is like changing every day. Not only young minds are changing, our children's minds are also changing. So we have to adapt new way of teaching, new syllabus to attract their attention, to make sure that we are not only taking the syllabus, finish whatever that we want to teach, but we want to nurture their character development. We want to nurture their creativity so they can have more solutions for the future. So that is the thing that I have been trying to do. So character education for me is very important. As I always say, the populations of the world, 20% are children, but they hold the 100% of the future of the world. So like the world is changing, how can we make sure that when they grow up, they can make positive impacts in our life, in our world? So to reduce the natural disasters, to reduce climate change issue, to reduce to protect the world with zero hunger, zero poverty, this kind of thing. So we have to let them know about what is the global issues since young, so they can start to think of that. They can have that mindset since young and contribute to the world. This is the things that I think is the most important thing that we have to do. And the challenge is, how can we make sure the whole society, corporates, people around us, even like all of the young Malaysians, all of the children, parents have the same mindset to achieve this mission, to achieve the mission of world peace. Thank you very much.
Wow, okay. So we all talk about challenges, right? All right. So I think I separate to three different things. The first is the personal challenge, and then second is career or the industry challenge, and then the third is the global society challenge. So I think everyone's have to go through the first thing. The first stage is the personal challenge. So is when you go to society after school. So what you want to do, which direction you want to go for. So you choose the career. So all this. So after that, you will face a lot of challenge that about your customer, your service, your products, whatever. All these things, daily challenge. So so my challenge in my personal one, my career, I think photography industry, we are not get a lot of supported by the people surrounding us or by the society. So maybe we get from our families, or maybe your family don't even support you because they might think that this industry is not going to do very good life in the future, right? Right. A lot of especially Asian parents, right? So because I got a lot of students, they write a lot of message to me that the conflict between them and their parents. So because of they choose the artist to be a photographer, to be in the painter, whatever, or maybe the dancer or musicians, because all these stuff that things is art cannot survive in the society, right? So I think this is very traditional thinking. So yeah, this is how I'm trying to use my story to inspire my students, and I actually want to inspire their parents. I want to show them that actually your kids, your children is doing what they love, and actually this is going to give more power to them because they love it, and then they're going to put all the time to develop or to explore all the potential from them. And actually it's like you can't imagine the power when you love something, like you want to chase a girlfriend, right? You think a lot of ways to chase, right? So you have to love it, and then you can achieve something that incredible, amazing. So I think, yeah, this is how my story. Okay, I don't think I can earn money from this, but I think when I'm doing something good, I can contribute to my customer, my companies, my the people who support me. Okay, at first, and then after that, I get more. The reputations, right? And then after that, I can use the reputation and then to how I can do more for the society, to not only in my city, also the whole countries, and after that to the global. So I think this is how the process. So personal challenge, and after that your career industry, you have to be one of the best, and not only one, not the only top, because you cannot say I'm the top one. Okay, no one can be the top one. No one is perfect, but you can be one of the best, because maybe it's like top 20, all is the best people. Like top 100 from country is always the best people. So be one of the best in the industry, and then you can push the industry to develop, and then to let more people to go into this industry, and then to help the industry to get further innovation or whatever you can do. So, or more creativity. So in the future, or use the technology to combine together, whatever, or cross over to other industry. So this is the industry challenge. So after that, go to the global challenge is like my sister Tati Lisin talk about the global warming, climate change, all this. So we have to bring out this message. Yeah, because the global challenge is about we living in the earth, so we have to sustain. So how to do the SDGs is very important. So all the industry need to focus on SDGs, ESG. All these things is going to make our new generation and next generation to have a better future, right? So I think this is a global society challenge. Yeah. So I think these three challenges are in my life. I have to, work very hard and work together with all these genius. Okay. So and then also hope to get know about all the TOYP from other countries, because they are so very, very outstanding people. So I have a lot of things to learn from them, actually. Yeah. So this, I hope I have one day I can meet them in person. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So, talk about challenge. Actually, no, God. For me, always got one bigger challenge is, in Chinese we say 来不及. We have a lot of things to do. We know a lot of problems in the world, because I'm very concerned on the food security, malnutrition, this kind of thing. For example, 1 minute, how many kids is die because of hunger? Actually, it's few kids will die about the hunger. So perhaps you might ask, is it we don't have enough food? No. Actually, it's because of we waste the food. The food distribution is inequality. So this is why when I graduated from PhD, I want to become a lecturer. Because for me, to become a lecturer, I can inspire my students to become a good people, especially in food science field, to motivate and do more good things. So why I'm from academia to the food industry is also because 来不及 also. Why? Because during COVID-19, we saw a lot of people, they got a lot of sickness, disease due to COVID. Actually, it's not only COVID-19. Even actually my father as well, he got high blood sugars. So this triggered me to think twice whether I should from academia jump to industry, because I want to develop something which is affordable especially for the poor people. Because for me, health supplement, functional food product is not meant for the rich people. Poor people, even the third world country people, actually they also have right to eat. They have the right to eat a good food. So this definitely is motivate me, trigger me why I want to move from academia. A lot of people don't understand. Hey, you got a good salaries in academia, right? Why you want to join an industry and work as an entrepreneur? A lot of obstacles in entrepreneur. So definitely, 来不及 is always one of the challenge for me. We want to solve a lot of things for scientists. We want to save the people, same like you guys just now mentioned. But we feel alone sometimes. Sometimes, like people might think, you can man, you look so young. Especially like sometimes I become a consultant in some food company. When we talk in phone, when they haven't seen my face, they talk a lot. When I visited their place, they say, huh? You so young ah? You can man, sure bro. So this is one thing. And also, perhaps we are Malaysian, we are from Asia. A lot of people might think, oh, overseas Western country, they have a more better technologies. Malaysian, okay man, can trust or not? Actually, it's Malaysia boleh. Okay, so right now we are the time to prove that our Malaysian is Malaysia boleh.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Pass back to you.
So I think to summarize your challenges, so on Dr. Khaw's side, you're talking about actually challenging the status quo, because it's easy to get very comfortable with things, and then when you push a new agenda, it's gonna be tough. I think Hensley has a bigger challenge, is to make sure that we plant the seed at a very early stage. I think that is the whole thing, because you're talking about future generation. I think if just single generation, we can do so much, but it's always continuous battle for a better world to be. I think also for Keda, interesting. Yours will be very much on proving. I think proving, rallying together people who wants to change also. I think that is also the key challenge. Proving oneself, I think, is very much what your message, Dr. Kwan, is to make sure that at the end of the day, we have to prove that although the odds are against us, but we can one, right? Because in Malaysia, of course, we have our challenge in the Malaysia stage. Then you come to the world now. Now we are talking world because with TOYP, right? It's why the judges think that whatever we do is worthy of global recognition. Just now, I think very early in the conversation, we were also talking about Malaysian. We all supposed to be we look very small in the international stage, right? Right, a lot of self-doubt. Sometimes it happens to us also, right? When you say you also happen to me, right? Now also as a TOYP top 20, you also have this. I think this is also a very real challenge. That even our audience here, we remind them that it's normal. All of us actually have our own challenge. It's how we, but the good thing is we all Malaysians are very good in adaptive. I always believe so. Regardless what you throw to us, we are able to find a solution to something, right? So we can be the top. We can be the top in any of our industries. And now we are representing different categories, and we say that, hey, in this particular category in the world, we could do well too. I think that is something that we see in all of you, that you are now sending the message out. So in the event, so I want to do a very quick cue. I was just reminded. So in case you're wondering, right, there is still a voting process for 10 outstanding young persons of the world happening right now. So there's a link at the bottom of the screen. There's a QR code. Just scan, and then you will go to a page where you have to look for our 10 outstanding young persons name. Okay, so you can see the face. I believe that it comes with a photo now. We can see the real face now. Look for them and then click on the vote button, right? So hopefully your every vote counts, because that will also contribute to them to get the recognition, right? So that's part of the process, and the vote is closing soon. But regardless, don't wait, do it now, right? So while we are hearing from our 10 outstanding young persons of the world, top 20 finalists. So I think the next question that I have for you is, what do you foresee getting this recognition? mean for you, and how would it impact what you're gonna do from here on? So terbalik now, okay lah? So we go for Dr. Kwan first, okay?
So, if let's say if able to get TOYP, even right now TOYP top 20 actually is good already. I believe very good for us to increase our credibility, to show that actually we can. All right, and I wish can inspire more scientists to walk out from lab to contribute back to society, because don't just stay inside a lab. Data is nothing if we didn't apply it. Right, this is very important. And also we need help from listening educators, because educators need to need to motivate, especially from the parents, because Malaysia also need people from different fields. So don't just focus on one field that can earn money. All right, this is very important, because for me, life actually consists of like medical innovations, educators, cultural. Actually, this form our life. This is very important. So diversity is very important. So my message is, so we try to be excel in different fields rather than just focus on, like right now perhaps people focus on AI, IT. Not really. Even agriculture is also important. Cultural is also important. We can't separate this kind of thing. All right. So if I say not become TOYP right now, even TOYP top 20, I wish can inspire more scientists, to focus more on the the important parts, especially like the food security part, global warming, not only for food, and many fields as well. This is very important. Yeah. So we have to rely on educators. So please train more good students. Yeah. Sure, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So TOYP for sure empower us, every one of us, even the top 20 from other countries. So what we are going to do, we need someone to recognize. Also, we need someone to support. So we cannot like we do ourselves and then we talk ourselves. Then it's like shock sendiri. In Malaysia, we say shock sendiri. So we have to get the support, and then so TOYP is a very, very good platform to gather all the genius, all the outstanding people together. Okay, all the young entrepreneur, young people from all over the world. So this is what I can think. I can do a lot of global events in the future if I can get TOYP. I hope to get more support from the global organizations, global associations, not only JCI but also like United Nations, all this. So actually, we also have we joining a program from UNEP. Okay, this is United Nations Environment Departments. So they are going to restore the forest to the global as well. Okay, so 1 trillion tree, 1 trillion. So we are part of that. We have to plant 1 million trees to the globe. So in this past 1 year, I already plant 6,000 trees. So how we can do this is not only by my artistic creation or photography or art works, but we combine with technology, we combine with something else. So we reinventing the business cards. So we use a lot of beautiful pictures, beautiful videos to merge together in the business card and to reduce the traditional business card, but to save more forests. And at the same time, 1 card equal to 1 tree. So in just 1 year, we plant 6,000. This is how we get it. So yeah, in the near future, we are going to focus our target is 1 million trees. So this is just a very small part in the UN target, because UN target is 1 trillion. Yeah, it's so, yeah, because the global warming, the climate change is so serious now. You can feel the weather nowadays is so crazy, super hot. I went overseas, Australia, Europe. The weather is like, it's different than past 5 years, past 10 years. It's totally different already. So I can say another 10 years, 20 years, it's going to get more serious. So it's you can't imagine our next generation, our children, our kids, how they can survive in such a weather. So this is very serious, I think. So we have to work very hard. So my side, we can use a lot of medium, which is the picture, the videos, to do a lot of exhibition as well. So I hope to plan a lot of global event, global exhibition in different countries. So because together all my students from all the countries and to deliver the message from all these picture, all these video, to tell them our earth so beautiful, how to protect and how to make our home, mother home, to get more healthy, so we can have a very good environment to stay, to living, so our children have a better future and also have a better education, right? And a better food, right? So everything get more better. Yeah, more beautiful. And so this is what we all humans, I think we go to this, the final what we say, final goal. Yeah, it's a final goal. Whatever, every industry actually aim to happiness. Yeah, aim to happiness. So yeah, this is, I think, if I can get the TOIM. Yeah, and also TOIP, sorry. So yeah, and I feel very touching if I can get it. So I think it's, I said one day I can become TOIM when I'm in the school, when I'm small, but I never think that I can be TOIP actually, because I don't know TOIP. The newspaper we read is from Malaysia, right? So Malaysia newspaper only the Malaysia, Malaysia 10 outstanding young persons. So for TOIP is when I go for TOIM, and then okay, and actually we can represent Malaysia. Yeah, this is the time I know that. So I'm very honored, and then yeah, I hope I can get it, and then I hope to deliver a very good message to my kids and my children too. I want them to be one of the people to continue the contribution to society as well, to be one of the best people in the world, and then to help more people. Yeah, to give and to teach. I think this is very important, to give and to teach. This is very important. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Keda. Just to share a little bit of like fun facts of TOYP in Malaysia. So as we know that we had 13 past honorary, our honorary for the TOYP before this, right? So out of the 13, there were 2 female, and the previous female winner was Tan Sri Michelle Yeoh, and it was like 21 years ago. Okay, so and out of these 13 outstanding young person, right? There is no category for contribution to children, world peace, and human rights. So there's no such category winner. So for me, what does it mean to me? First is, as a mother of 2, as a young woman, not young anymore, is it? Not easy. Yeah, I think we have to. I mean, if I'm able to get this award, right, achieve this, right, it actually encourage a lot of like-minded young women. They can lean in instead of lean out after their marriage, after they give birth, right? So they have to lean in. With our commitment, with our family, we still can do something for the society to contribute. This is the first thing. And the second thing is why there's no contribution to children winner. Because I think what does it mean for me is educator should be seen by the world. More and more educators should be seen by the world. Because if not, our children, our next generation, there's no great teacher or good teacher to teach them. So yeah, this is one thing. We can't rely on robot to teach our children on emotional management. Can't teach them on. Robot can't teach our children on creativity or even character development or global issue. The challenge, how to deal with challenge. So yeah, that is why I think more educator should be seen. So it actually helped me to inspire more people, like-minded people who are passionate in education. They are brave enough to join education and make positive contribution together and make a change and make the world better and more sustainable. So another thing that, like Keda was mentioning, we actually meet a lot of great people during the even TOYM or even like at TOYP stage. So TOYM, before TOYM, I met Keda. He was the one who encouraged me to join TOYM. So yeah, thanks to him, so I'm able to sit here, you know. So at that time, before I joined TOYM, right, we collaborated a social project, which is to use his photography and my children's creativity to make a family portrait for COVID frontliners. Because at that time, frontliners, they cannot go home. So even like Chinese New Year or the festival, Hari Raya, they can't stay together with their family. So that's why we take this initiative to make something
Very
meaningful for them, so they feel touched. So
more power.
yeah, so you can see like when I'm working with great people, that there is great impact and there's great projects and there's great initiative. So when 2021 I joined TOYM for the first time, I met Dr. Gary Kwan from USM. So I worked together with him, collaborate with him on my SDGs comic. So we can teach children since young. We let the children to lead the family. So the children will know that, wow, we have to save water. Our bath time can be only 5 minutes. Cannot be more than that. Because why? There is only 3% of available fresh water in the world. And out of this 3%, 2.5% is frozen. So meaning to say that we have only 0.5% fresh water to use. So how can we waste water? So the water that we use every day, right, we have to reuse it. Like if you go back, the water tumbler still got water, right? You pour it or you pour it into the plant. Or you put inside a pot, then after that you can do something else. So that is why we are trying to let more children know about this. Then they go and lead the parents. Then they make the change from the family. Then more family can be changed. Then the world and the community can be changed also. Yeah, this is what TOYP means to me. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, so as I said, TOYM and also TOYP is not the end of our journey. It's just a start of our journey. Whether or not we had top 10 or whether we are just top 20, I feel that our efforts should continue and give even more impact, positive impacts to the country, to the society as well. So from the medical innovation, it comes from medical plus innovations. So without innovation, there's only simple words called medical. So if I get a chance, whether or not we have going to the top 10 for the world, I will continue to encourage innovation in medical, where I will continue to work with more doctors who have ideas on how to improve the product, how to make the product better and safer for the patients, as well as for the nurses, for the doctors when they use the product. So a lot of doctors, they come to us saying that, hey, I know that this product has some flaws, some things that we can improve, but we don't know where to go. We don't know who make it. We don't know who is delivering the product. We only know where to buy it. And we do not know the manufacturer of the product, how can we improve the product further, but they only know how to use the product. So from that terms, I would encourage more doctors to be innovating their products, their ideas, making their ideas into realities. So giving a small impact, but very good impact to the society, back to the healthcare and nations as well. And on top of that, by encouraging, educating young people to be more engaging in not just on the arts, also on well-being, but also on the STEM subject as well. STEM consisting of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we have to, nowadays, everything comes from science. So we have to, from my commitment, I would encourage people to start engaging more, giving more attention. But not saying that not just attention to STEM, but also to the well-being of the person as well, by giving a STEM as a very good knowledge and fundamentals for them to build a more stronger society. My role as a STEM ambassador when I was in UK, I encouraged people from 8 years old to 80 years old to know about science, to put science into very simple words. So that encouraged them to know what is the scientists are doing. What are the scientists doing? Why are they doing so hard to make a society, positive impact to the society? So these are the backgrounds for the hard work, and we need the scientists to be seen. We need the artists to be seen, and the artists nowadays, they also collaborate with scientists to make positive impacts as well, because we know that we are not the Lone Ranger. We need to collaborate with people to make even better impact to the world. And but by saying that, I'm also a musician myself. So apart from being a scientist or an engineer, I also play music. So that's also part of my passions. And that also bring together when I would like to encourage STEM is not just STEM. You have to bring yourself, bring your time together, and also your commitment, your parents, your family, and also your well-being in order to contribute to the society. And by saying that, I would also like to encourage more of these sustainable materials for medical devices as well, because again, we go to inject. During COVID, there are a lot of waste. What if these wastes end up being a landfill and not being a more sustainable material? So that is for, safeguard of our futures, our children as well in the future. So I would like to encourage more of the use of environmental material, sustainable material for safeguarding our healthcare and also the sustainable future. So these three things, first is encouraging more doctors for new products. This is for the future. And encouraging more young people for taking towards STEM and also well-being. This is also for our future. And also for making a positive impact to the environment. That is also for our future. So thank you very much. I think future is fantastic. Keep fighting for it.
So, again, I think that is, I think the ambition that you all carry is something that we are definitely looking forward. Keep the passion and the aspiration alive. I think get seen by the world. I think that is the most important, because I think if you're talking about collaboration, they just share about local, right? So you're talking about Malaysia. Can you imagine now you go to the world? It's inter-country. I think the impact will be even multiplied, right? So that is something that we definitely look forward to, and I wish you all the best. So at this juncture, you carry the ambition, We want to invite a very, very important person, a VIP, our honorary, 2022, 10 outstanding young persons of the world. Dr. Sky, sorry, let me someone I have the honor to run a similar interview with last year, albeit online. Now finally we can do over coffee session physically. I can ask you face to face. Where's Dr. Sin's coffee? Right. So again, welcome. Thanks for making it. Although very short notice, thank you for coming on. Last year was eventful. I think we have. It's been a long time since we see TOYP honorary. I think, and then we had 3.
Last year?
Yeah, two. Yes, we had 2. Apologies. 2 for Malaysia out of 10. So that is quite an honor. I mean, that to us is wow. You know, in the JCI, in fact, in JC's world, it was like wow, right? So, and of course, you're one of them. And since then, we would like to hear your updates from my last interview. So again, I think we're good to also do a quick introduction and then probably share with us how has TOYP being honored created a difference for all of us. In fact, also for yourself.
So I face to the camera, right? So thank you everyone for having me today. So I am Dr. Sky Sin. Can you hear? I'm Dr. Sky Sin. I'm 2021 TOYM and 2022 TOYP. So actually last year we having a very good result in top 20. We have 5 of us in Malaysia. So for this year also very good result. We will offer 4 top 20 over here. So please work them, make Malaysia proud again with these 4 outstanding person. I hope that 4 of them can get the TOYP, break the records. Yeah. So for me, I'm very lucky. Then I'm SS been honored for this TOYP. So it's not easy because for this, so many countries got so many outstanding people in the world. But Malaysia actually will bright up to bring everyone to know that Malaysia also got a very outstanding person. So this is my honor.
You want to share with us what was in your mind back then when you are shortlisted back then, that you are one of the 10 outstanding young persons? What went through your mind? Although I asked a bit, but I think it's good to revisit. And then since then you got the honor. So did it meet the expectation? Did it help you to accelerate towards the goal that you have set out for?
Okay. The goal means that after I received this honor, still the same. Actually, you need. Actually, the world will recognize you for what you contribute, right, in your industry or in your field. So it's a good honor lah. Because I'm the first. With my background is TCM. I'm the first get this award in TCM background. So I think the world global is like more interesting to know about the TCM. Although the medications or injections will help the patients, also with some traditional method and combined technique will help them to release their pain. So also for some food industry, so we protect our food quality, right, to stay our health like more safe. And then the KEDA also use the photo that tell the story, even though like the people cannot express themselves, like they cannot speak, but with the photo actually they will know what they're doing, how we care the people. So like listen is educations, how they care the children, right? For medical innovations, this year we also have a medical innovations. It's also good that know that Malaysia industry actually supply the global medical equipment to the world. So also good that let Malaysia shine again. So please help them to vote. This is the job I need to do today. So help them to vote lah. Let Malaysia shine. Yeah.
One more quick one. What's your word of encouragement or advice to our Malaysians who are also now watching, who they think maybe can, maybe cannot, they're still doubting, what would be your advice or words of encouragement for them?
Okay, for humans, I think got many possibility, right? If you think you can do it 咯. If you don't dare to think 同鹹魚冇乜分別 for me. So 10 years ago, I'm nobody. So after I received this entire title, it become somebody lah. I can tell that. Yeah. So you need to like believe yourself, influence the people beside you, and then being a role model to tell people that actually Malaysia can. Not only for Malaysians in the world, Malaysia boleh, right?
I got one more question for you. This is from the audience actually. Yeah. So there was a question from the audience who are asking if he or she aspire to be TOYP like our guest today, all of you, right? The finalists and of course you're the honorary. What preparation would one have to make?
Preparation, you need to always equip yourself. So for me, it's like I don't know what is the TOYM. When I go to participate this competition, actually I don't know about what is TOYM. But I do always like try my best to do everything right to contribute to our society. This is the meanings that you become outstanding. So I don't like some people is like you want to get this award, you do something. Is try to get this award. It's not from your heart. It's not from your bottom of your heart. You do something, it's like always in your mind that you want to change the world. You want to be outstanding. This is my way lah. This is my way to do. Even though TOYM is a little bit difficult for someone, for some industry, but every industry is possible. I can tell that every industry is possible. You need to be like doing something different than others. Yeah, then you need to become like best of the best. Then if you entitled, then you will get it for me.
Thank you, Dr. Sky. So what I can take the message from Dr. Sky is ultimately do something. I think it's all start from taking action. It all begins with what you personally believe in, because that will keep you going. If it's just for the title, what if one day the title is lifted or no more, right? Then does it mean the end of the pursuance, right? So I think that is also key. I think it's a recognition. It's just a recognition, right? It's just a form of acknowledgement that your work or what you believe in, work is important because work comes through taking action. If we just talk about that, nothing gets done, it also doesn't mean anything. I think that is something I also draw a lot and inspired from our guests today. So I think almost come to the final. In conclusion, so that's why I call you in, because I want to ask this. I want to ask this question to you also.
Any audience, any questions also can ask.
Yeah, I just got the question, but I think because we are also running out of time, that's why I say you have to be here so that we can have a post-event, and you can ask them yourself. So please come by. Thanks to Beautiful again. I want to take this opportunity to thanks to Beautiful Bar Cafe and Bar for also agreeing to host today's session at a very short notice. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our partner, The Page, as well as Champion Group for their support, to make this session possible. Last question. I picked this from Keda sharing just now. Alone, he cannot do, of all of us, actually not he lah, all of us cannot achieve a lot. That's why it requires support. It's not a personal battle or just one person can do this. So now, if there is a now, I pass on a session this to you. You can, if there's one person or many or few of them that you want to thank, who would they be? And you might want to share this message to them. If there's one person or more you want to thank, who would they be? And what would that be? This time we let the ladies first, can I?
The people
For the
who
journey so far.
for the journey so far, of course, I think the first person that I have to thank is my parents. Without them, there's no me. Yeah, for the legacy, the kindness, and the education legacy that my father passed to me, and what he has taught me so far. It really and how my mother showed kindness to the world. It actually impact me from young till now. So if there's only one person that I can thank, it's my parent. Then after that will be my supportive husband and my children, two of my beautiful kids. They are my drives and motivates me to be a better example for their life. And of course my team, my RTO teams, the educator who have faith in me and who believed me from the start until now. From I was someone just teaching my own until now we are teaching together and make impact. Together. And of course, all of the people who have helped me along the way. There are too many people I need to thank. Yeah, of course, my brother here also. He encouraged me to join TOYM. Yeah, there are too many people that helped me along the way. Yeah, I cannot thank enough. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, a lot of people to thank, but too less time to deliberate our thanks, our gratitudes to them. So first, my parents, my family, who has been strongly supporting me from emotionally as well as from inside out for my education, for the well-being of how to get into the society. They have been giving a lot of advices since young, and thanks to their experiences and also their advices bring to me a lot of positive change since young. My team behind me, my company, we have a lot of young talents, very excellent talents. Those people behind the curtain doing very fantastic work. Without them, I cannot be one of myself today. So I have to thank them. And a lot of people who has been helped me to develop, whether or not they are giving me positive or negative impacts. At least it helps me to understand myself. It helps me to grow, whether or not they are helping me, whether or not they are not helping, or giving me some other challenges. But those people are bringing positive impact to myself, at least, because I see this positively, where it bring me into a stronger person, a person with a stronger faith to move forward with my own idea and as well as a team idea. So thank you for all those people who have been in my life. Thank you very much.
All right. So the first one, my mother is for sure. All right. So without her, I'm not. Yeah. So, and the second one is the most important is my wife, right? So without my wife, I cannot achieve all this in the past 17 years. Yeah. So when I was 20 years old, we met each other, and then she is my girlfriend, and 17 years ago, right? So until today, but at the time I was nobody. I was poor. I even need to borrow money from her, to get a dinner or lunch, So because of, I think she believed in me, she see my future. So, and she also invest a lot on me. I think, it's not about the money, it's the time. Time is the most valuable things for a girl, for a lady, right? So for so many years, she still believe in me and support me a lot. And so no matter what, no matter challenge, we can move over, we can go forward, is because of we have someone to how to say, to support each other. Not only support each other. When I'm very down, I cannot support her. But you need someone to give you a lot of power, a lot of care, to tell you that you can overcome everything. You can overcome all the obstacles. So I think for past 17 years we've been go through so many challenges, and it's not easy until today, because we not only trying to do something in Malaysia, but it's in different countries. So my wife. So my whole life is her, for sure. So this TOYM or TOYP, the honor, is also part of my partner, my wife. So I cannot thank her. I can say I cannot just by my words. It is not enough. It's not enough. So I remember when 2006 she became my girlfriend, and I tell her after 10 years I will give you a very, very wonderful weddings, marriage. Okay, I can give you a very, very beautiful memory. Okay, I promise, I commit to her. And so 2006 until 2016. So I achieved what I want to achieve in my career, and then I have solved all my my life. I get better life. I don't need to worry about the my pocket money, economy side. Okay, so all these things we achieved. Then I really try to create a very meaningful once a lifetime wedding to her. And until today, this wedding is so much meaningful and beautiful to our marriage. So I think this is what, when you are focused on your career, and life is also a part of very, very important things. Your family is very, very important. Your kids, your children, very, very important. Your parents. So we cannot very selfish that I only want to work very hard for my career to earn money. So I hope to bring this message to everybody that actually we work so hard is because the people surrounding us, who love us and who we love. This is very, very important. And the whole society, the whole humanities, they need this, because love creates peace. So this is what we are always trying to deliver in our service, in our job, in our products, in our whatever the projects. So I hope you'll get a lot of meaningful and beautiful message today in this life. Thank you so much. And thank you, JCI Entrepreneur. Thank you, JCI Malaysia. Thank you so much.
Actually, one person is not enough for me. Thanks. Actually, of course, I need to thanks to my family. Family always is one of important pillar in my life. And like my parents always say, 再穷不能穷教育. Alright. Of course, I need to thanks from my primary school teachers, secondary school teachers, even my universities, lecturers or supervisors. I still remember the slogan of a UPM, per ilmu, per bakti. Okay, so this is very important. Once we equip with the skill, knowledge, this is a time for us to contribute back to the societies. So I also appreciate everyone that I met along this journey who shaped me today. So so one person actually is not enough for me. Thank you.
My turn. Okay, first of all, thank you, Melvin, right? So thank you, Melvin. Thank you, my families. Thank you, my parents, to bring me to this world. So thank you, four of you, right? I'm very grateful that I meet every person in my life. This is a fate. Is a good thing or bad thing, never mind. is always giving me a chance to learn, to become a better person. So I think for myself I think I need to thanks for myself to like always keep in mind doing things right. And to all of you that's all. Yeah, thanks to this world. Thanks to the audience. Thanks to JCI. Thank you.
Thank you all again. I think that wraps up our session. Very, very grateful for your presence here. I think it's not easy to gather all four because of their busy schedule, as well as Dr. Khaw, of course, all the way from Penang, right? So definitely wish you all the best. And our vote is still going up, so let's go fighting, right? So with that, I will pass the mic back to our beautiful MC, Vicky. Over to you.
Thank you, Melvin. I am really very, very impressed with all the sharings from our finalists today. I believe that you will have agreed with me that their dedications, their commitments, their hard work is really deserve to be recognized internationally. So with that, I again strongly encourage you to actively take part in the voting process. So now you will be able to see in the screen at the bottom left side, scan the QR code and go into the page. So once you are there, please